Hello, beautiful people. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome back. If you are a returning supporter, please forgive me. I've been having technical difficulties all day. Not even gonna talk about it. I just had to smudge my whole room again because I don't know what happened. I want to talk about accepting yourself, and then all of a sudden, everything in here, everything, computer, keyboard, monitor, everything just started going crazy. Um, and I just had to take a moment and breathe. Take a moment and breathe. Thank you for your patience. Give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to make sure I have everything where I could read your comments, where I could respond, talk to you. I had all this set up earlier, but jeez, not even gonna complain. Not even gonna worry about it because we still here. We here right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Nurturing Conversation podcast. Tonight we're talking about accepting yourself. Um, I'm gonna try to be more prepared. Try. I thought I was prepared today. Hey, things happen. That's why you gotta be, expect the unexpected. That's what you gotta do. Um, hold on. We should be all good. Let me pull up. Sorry, I gotta pull it up on the actual stream to make sure that y'all can hear me. Turn it up a little bit. Okay. Oh, should be all good. Okay. Let me go to get my disclaimers out the way. I do not tolerate disrespect that is in any way, shape, form, or fashion towards me, towards anyone that appears on the screen, towards anyone that appears in the chat. We are surviving a global fucking pandemic. You have survived your entire life. If you feel like you need to be negative or you are not in a good space and you are hurt, hold on. If you feel like you are hurt and you want to hurt other people, this is not the space for you to do that. This is a space for us to come together. It's a safe space to have a healthy, nurturing conversation about topics like tonight's topic is accepting yourself. About topics that sometimes we aren't uh there isn't an opportunity for us to talk about these things in our everyday life. So here is a space and opportunity for you to come and talk about your feelings, your thoughts, your opinions, everything. So right there, I'm going to say my opinions are my opinions, your opinions are your opinions. However, this is a safe space for us to address, talk about, understand. Understanding is the greatest thing. Each other opinions so that we can understand we are two different people. We might not think the same, walk the same, talk the same, breathe the same, but if we understand that we are both human beings and we both have feelings, conversations can go from there. There will be curse words, there will be possibly tears. I am not a mental health professional. I am just one woman willing to share my personal experiences to let you know two things. One, you are not alone. And two, you can overcome anything that life throws at you. Those are my disclaimers. I probably will have some other ones as this go on, but that's my disclaimers. Welcome to the Nurturing Conversations podcast. Tonight's topic is accepting yourself. Some people was like, why didn't you just call it self acceptance? And I was like, I could have, but why can't I just say accepting yourself? So many times we try to make everything politically correct, and I'm not against things being politically correct, but I'm more for having a conversation with somebody. If me saying accepting yourself, me saying accepting yourself got so many people to talk to me asking me why I didn't say self acceptance. It's all about having a conversation. Um, when I think of self when I think of self acceptance, um, I think about when I say love yourself, right? And so many times we say we love ourselves, and of course we love ourselves when we're doing good. We feeling good, we looking good, we love ourselves. Like we love the hell out of ourselves. We'll stay in the mirror all day. We want to be outside. But in those moments, the moments where we just don't feel like we can continue on to the next day, the next minute, second, hour, our life situations has got the best of us. Those are the times in which we should love ourselves the most. The times in which we should give ourselves the greatest patience, the greatest understanding, the greatest encouragement. When we don't understand ourselves, we become who everybody wants us to be. We become people pleasers. This is another disclaimer. A lot of the topics that I speak about for nurturing conversations are personal things that happen to me. And I just feel like if it happened to me, maybe it didn't happen to you, but maybe you know somebody who have experienced these things. Maybe it has happened to you. Maybe you are dealing with some of the things that I am talking about. And in that case, hope that you find something I say inspirational. Hope that you find something that I say encouraging. And I hope that as you go away from this conversation, I hope that you change. You change for the better. You feel better. Know that you can have better. Know that you deserve better. That's my ultimate goal for like with these conversations is to make sure that people know that they have a safe space where they can talk about stuff. Period. Um. So self acceptance. A lot of times, or given these last 2 years of my life and all the things that I've been through, it was important for me to understand different patterns. It was important for me to understand why I thought the way I did or do the things that I do. Like just understand why I allow myself to be in situations knowing that I don't want to be there, knowing that I didn't want to like say or do. Why would I do that? And the more I began to go deeper on this journey of healing and self discovery, the more I understood there were parts about myself that I had not accepted. There were parts about myself that I completely did not love, or I was insecure about, or I was just even unsure about. So the more I journeyed, this journey of healing self discovery, the more I accepted, the more I acknowledged, the more I understood. Like things happen to us in our life, and instead of us taking them time to understand why it happened, we like say you get in a relationship. I don't know why I'm talking about relationship, but say you get in a relationship and a relationship doesn't work, right? Sometimes we'll be like, oh, it didn't work because of this person, or oh, it didn't work because of this or whatever. We put it outside of ourselves, right? It's not us. Like we're not quick to say, oh, it was me, that's why the relationship failed. It's everything other than us, right? So when you think about a relationship or your job or just anything that you really want and it don't work, you get really down, right? You get really down. It's like, oh, I gave it everything. I committed so much time. You're thinking about your time. You're thinking about all the energy. You're thinking about everything you did, right? Instead of just taking a step back and say, listen, that was hard. Here's what I learned from the hardness. This is what I enjoy. Because what we don't do, I feel like I'll say what I didn't do. What I didn't do was take the time to not only weigh the cons, but also weigh the pros. As I'm journeying through healing, I began to start paying more attention to the pros. And yeah, breakups hurt. They do. Anybody that tell you they had a breakup and it didn't hurt, maybe they wasn't even really in a relationship. I don't know. But for me, the breakup that I experienced, it hurt, but it also showed me that it showed me love. It was my introduction to allowing myself to be loved. Like it was my introduction to allowing myself to like stop being the handler. When I say handler, like I fix everything for everybody. That was me. I told people to call me a handler. I'm the handler. But in reality, that wasn't my job. I just was taking on things because I was uncomfortable. Like I said, like I've told you guys multiple times before, I found myself like being a people pleaser or not wanting people to be have any ill feelings or sad or angry or anything like that, that anything that wasn't happy when they thought of me, because I was seeking validation, I was seeking love, I was seeking importance, I was seeking all of those things, right? And it stemmed from me feeling as though my parents did not love me. Like it stemmed from abandonment, it stemmed from rejection. But as I grew and as I experienced and as I learned and as I sat down and I understood, like, the very person that I want to love me, the very person that I truly want to care. I don't know if y'all just saw what happened right there, but the person I wanted to love me and care for me the most was me. It was me. My mother and my father loved me before he passed away. My mother loves me right now. However, the reality of it is I wanted to love myself. I wanted to love myself in spite of everything that happened to me, and in spite of every all my faults, my fears, and my failures. I wanted to love myself enough to know, like, hey, there's the opportunity right here. I have the capabilities of completing that opportunity. Let me go complete that opportunity. I want to love myself enough where I didn't deny myself anything. I especially did not deny myself happiness. And as we go through life, sometimes we be involved in so many different things. We keep ourselves occupied so we don't have to deal with the everyday struggles or everyday hurts, everyday disappointments. So we keep ourselves so busy. So I was busy. I was busy. I At this time I can't even tell you what I was busy doing, but I was busy all the time. If I wasn't working, I was streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I was taking people here and there. But right now in this space in my life, I am just free. I'm free to love myself. I'm free to just be. Like, you wake up every day, it's like, oh, I gotta go here, I gotta go there. I could just wake up and just like, you know what? This past week, I said this week was tough. It was tough because I came to the realization of so many things and it was overwhelming for me. It was very overwhelming. And when I said it, I came to the realization about my previous relationship that was a safe space for me. I did feel loved. I did feel supported. I was coming up with so many different things that I obtained from the situation, right? Yeah, of course, it all played out on social media, but the reality of it is I was able to take away so many other things, so many things that taught me to love myself, to accept myself, to understand myself, um, and to just be more open, be more open to failing. Because the reality of it is no one's perfect. Perfect is an illusion that people strive for and fail every time, every day. You probably don't look at it like that, but think about it. Maybe you say, today I'm only going to eat one meal a day, and then you done ate snacks 5 times, 2 meals, or whatever you do. I'm going to work out today, and then the day gets so busy and you're not able to work out, and now you're feeling sadder. You're like, oh man, I feel disappointed. When in reality, it's just life just got the best of you. Life got the best of you. When I decided that um, I was gonna be like love and positivity, right? I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea what that meant. I had no idea of how to do that because honestly, I didn't even know. I didn't know. Like you see YouTube videos or whatever, but I didn't know what that actually meant. As I began to like meditate, as I began to, of course, go to therapy and meditate, I began to understand what it means to be light, love, and positivity. I began to understand what it means to be, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Somebody probably said that to you in your life. Someone, when I sat down, I actually thought about what it actually means. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. However, we just be talking because we feel like my opinion matters. You gonna listen to what I gotta say? Don't mind my fingers. I just got my nails done, and that's what happens when I get my nails done. I feel like I need to talk with my fingers. Anyways, but the reality of it is it takes discipline. It takes discipline to see something or to hear something or to know something and not repeat it or not input or not even mention it to someone else. It takes discipline to do that. Part of my journey of accepting myself was understanding discipline. Um, I was telling someone, as being the only girl, there wasn't a lot of discipline. I had the opportunity to like whatever it was like whatever I asked my uncles for, I got it. I wanted a Pelly Pale coat. I don't know if y'all know what a Pelly Pale coat is, but I had a green Pelly Pale coat. I think it had it's like a leather bomber jacket or whatever, and it had the like New York City sky scape, and I wanted that jacket so bad, and I'm hitting at it to my uncle, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna ask him, and if he get it, he get it. If he don't, then he just don't. So I asked him, and then at first he was like, oh no. The next thing I know, I came back, I had a Pelly Pale jacket. Too excited because I was like, oh my God, here's the key. Y'all remember when Usher came out and he had those big U necklaces? Way back when he first came out, right? I was like, oh my God, I need to have one of those necklaces. And then it was just like that. Like for me, it came. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It came for me. It helped me understand that I don't. Whatever I want, I could ask for it, right? Um, I began to ask for the things that I want. And then I developed an understanding that if people were like, no, it wasn't like, oh, well, no. For me, it was like I understood the word no. I understood it. And it wasn't like, okay, I can't get this. For a minute, it was like, there's disappointment, but I was like, oh, I was disappointed because I couldn't get it. And then I blinked my eyes, and then what did I have? And not only did I have the Usher chain, I had the Usher CD. I had a jersey. I got pretty much everything. So for me, it was discipline. It was discipline where I would go. You got your own money, you go and buy the newest shoes. Or I told this story before. Like I had a closet full of bags, right? I don't even wear bags. All of my entire life, I wore bags like maybe 3 or 4 times, but I don't wear bags. But I had a closet full of Coach bags, Dooney and Burke bags, all of these bags, and I would just buy them because shopping used to be, not anymore. Shopping used to be my therapy. If I was having a sad day or I was overwhelmed, I would just go shopping and I would just buy stuff that would just sit in my closet. And I felt good that I bought it. And then after I thought a little bit, it was like, why did I need that? I don't need 5 bags and I don't even wear them. Now, I did wear the little Coach wallets. I should see if they have those because I did wristlets. I did like those. But when I began to understand and accept myself, like I've been having so many like aha epiphany moments lately. Um just sitting with myself. Like I said, like I used to be so busy doing nothing. That's not what I say right now. But I used to be so busy and now I'm just sitting twiddling twiddling my fingers trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. That's what happens when you put your mind to do something. You say, hey, I'm going to make a Christmas album in a week. Wink, wink, because next week I'm going to make a Christmas album in a week. Um, I realized like I accept challenges. I love challenge. I don't if if the thing or the situation or the environment or whatever it is doesn't challenge me, I don't like take it seriously. Don't take it seriously. And that's no knock to anything. It's just that's what I realized about myself. Like, you ever had somebody give you $100 and then you went to work and got $100? You know what you do with the difference. Like for me, if somebody gave me $100, that $100 is already gone. But if I worked hard for it, Oh, I know where every penny, quarter, nickel, dime, dollar went with that $100. Somebody gave it to me. Oh, I'm gonna go get some. Of course, I'm gonna go get some gas. I'm gonna get some food. Um, but yeah, I began to understand me. And when you understand yourself, this is why I said, if you are planning to go on a journey of healing and self discovery, the most important thing, I can't tell you too much of anything else than these things. It is important for you to be open. It is important for you to be honest. Be honest. Whatever feeling comes, sit with that feeling, acknowledge that feeling, and determine where it came from. Because life will show you. Your life will show you. Like, I spoke last week about shut up and heal, and people were asking me. So what I realized is I'm really creating conversations around these topics for nurturing conversations. Someone asked me like, why did you name the topic of your podcast that? And I said it wasn't necessarily directed at anyone else. It was just for me. That's what I had to do. I had to shut up and I had to heal. You know, if you always complaining about the same thing all the time, it's not anyone else's responsibility other than yourself to figure out why you complain about the same thing all the time. If you get in a situation and you get in this every time you in the situation, your situation is always in the same, or your situation involves the same caliber of people, it's not necessarily that person. It's something, you know, they say that you draw people towards you, right? You draw them to you. That's what they say. I'm saying they, you know, life, people. Um, they say you draw people towards you. For me, I understand that. I understand, like, I want to be surrounded by, or I don't have to say I want to be, because I could say that I am surrounded by creatives. I wanted to be surrounded by creatives. I wanted to be surrounded by creatives. I wanted to be surrounded by entrepreneurial, business minded people. And I wanted to be surrounded by love. And I can honestly say right now, today, that I am surrounded by all of those things. All of those things. I had to get into a place where I can understand my own strength. I can understand that, okay, today didn't go the way that I wanted to go. I didn't complete this task, or I didn't get to the point where I wanted to get. It's okay, because long as if I wake up tomorrow, or long as I have breath in my body, I'm able to complete that. I am able to conquer those things. But if every time I'm met with disappointment, um, every time I'm met with opposition, I'm not one of those people that give up. That actually, I didn't mean to laugh right there. That actually fuels my fire to keep pushing forward. If something don't work, like I've been trying to figure out the content for this YouTube, um, and I figured that I got it narrowed down to what I'm going to offer here. And I do have a music channel, and I do have an ASMR channel. So I have three other channels that I have the ability to offer content on. This channel right here is going to be light, love, and positivity, because that's what I am. Light, love, and positivity. And I say that, and as I think about it, right, every day when I get up, I am purposeful in being light, love, and positivity. When I wake up, I already know, like before I go to sleep at night, I meditate. I already have the plan of what I'm going to do when I wake up. If I wake up in the next morning and I don't feel, if I feel like, you know, a little, you get a little groggy, you feel like, this is, I roll over to the other side of the bed. I put the covers over my head and I hit the snooze button on my alarm, and I go back to sleep for like 10, 15 minutes, because I don't want to start my day like that. I don't want to start my day being angry or irritated, or I don't want to start my day like that. I want to start my day. I roll over after them 10, 15 minutes. I get up, I stretch. I don't know if you know this, but stretching is important. Maybe because I'm older now, but stretching is important. So I stretch, and then I say my daily affirmations, or I meditate, say my daily affirmations, and then I'm journaling, and then I'm getting my day started. smudging everything before I get my day started, and I get my day started. And then whenever I talk to someone, um, I'm fortunate where I don't have people in my community that are like, hey, let me call you or let me tell you about so and so. Like, the gossip. I don't have gossipy people in my um I don't have gossipy people in my circle, and for that I am appreciative. I don't have like I literally my environment is very conducive to where I'm trying to go or where I'm currently going. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. I worked hard. I had to let people go. I had to um move past places where I would have just sat. Like I can right now today. I told somebody it's about to be like 9 months since I had the surgery. I can literally see where I was January and where I am right now. I can literally see it. I can feel it. It feels. That's all I got. I can't even put it in a word how it feels. All I could do is go. Is that it's just that I don't have no more than that. I do have other. It's like tears because it's just like I always knew. I tell people all the time like I never saw a day past 14, but I always knew whenever I got to that day. That day, I never saw a day past 14, but when I got to that day, the day where I would be confident, the day where I would let go of everything that I've been carrying around my entire life and just be me, I knew I was going to be dangerous. And I don't mean dangerous like to anyone else or anything like that. I mean, I knew that I was going to be dangerous. I was going to be dangerous in myself because there's always been nothing that anyone could tell me that I couldn't do. A lot of people tell me stuff I couldn't do, but if I didn't want to do it, it didn't matter to me anyways. But now it's like, oh, there's nothing you can tell me I can't do. Cause, I used to have that I'm gonna show you, but now I don't have that anymore. Cause it's like, oh, I love me. You're probably watching this and you're probably saying, oh, I love me too. But if somebody call you right now and you're tired, you'll get up out your bed and go. And that's not to say that you don't love them or you don't care for them. That's saying you put other people before you. My younger brother said something to me. He said, Shell, you got to start thinking about self-preservation. And I was like, no, I'm community. I got a community mind. We got a community. We got to build. We got to grow. We got to create generational wealth. I'm thinking about everybody else. And then life said, hey, man, we need you to sit down for a little bit and think about yourself. I've been so consumed with everybody else's life that I didn't know how to think about myself. I didn't know how to think about my own life. I didn't know how to think about what I liked, what I didn't like. We all like, yeah, I don't like that. I like this, but the reality of it is a lot of shit that we do on a daily basis, we don't like. We don't like going out every weekend. We don't like smoking or drinking. We don't like that. We think it's cool. Like some people think that's cool, but the reality of it, you don't do that. I went to a I went to I've been afforded a really great opportunity, of which I am grateful for because once I pushed past fear and got the fuck up out my comfort zone, I'm telling you everything. I'm gonna tell y'all what I was about to tell y'all in a minute, but let me go. Since I'm right here, let me tell y'all. You have to get out of your comfort zone. I know the comfort zone is what makes us feel loved, wanted, appreciated. It lets us know that we are alive. But I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you just saw how excited I got. I'm going to tell you, everything that you've ever wanted in your entire life is on the other side of your comfort zone. No one's going to tell you to go over there because they're comfortable. If you don't go out here and become a millionaire, now you become a millionaire and we friends and we kicking it. Now I have to become a millionaire. I'm gonna feel some kind of way because you become a millionaire. Now I'm gonna think that you're better than me. That's not the case. That's not it. But the thing that I realized about myself was I was at this really great opportunity and I someone said they was like, "Oh, there's alcohol here." And now if you know me, you've been watching the channel, I don't drink. But the thing that I have come to notice when you go into the entrepreneurial space or you go into the networking space, there is always alcohol. Like, I don't mean like, no, oh, there's a couple of bottles of seltzer or cans of seltzers or there's some claws over there. No, I mean like alcohol. I mean like liquor. I mean like wine, liquor, and there's like the cans of White Claws or whatever. But there's always alcohol and there's always food. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, when you go to a party, especially if you go to a party in the hood, they're going to have food. It's going to be greasy food. Hey, Trey. Hi. Oh, y'all going to make me cry. Y'all going to make me cry. Anyways, so you go to these different events, right? And so I'm at this really, I'm gonna say prestigious because it's huge. I'm gonna share with y'all November I got some really exciting things to share with y'all. So I'm here, and then I was like, they always got liquor, and then I was like, they do always have liquor, but they always got food too. And I say, you always notice, right? Every time by the end of the night, everyone goes to their cars and they drive home. And I think to myself, now, this is important for me because I don't drink. If you wonder why I don't drink number one because I understood the root as to why I was drinking. I wanted to have an escape. I wanted to escape the reality that was my life. So I would drink. Then I realized that drinking did nothing for me. I could drink, oh, my favorite drink. I could drink Jack Daniels, Seagram 7, Paul Masson. I would drink those with no chaser, just straight drinking, right? One day, I went to a party. I ate a lot of food. I, was drinking what the normal is what we do. And I got in my car and I knew that I was inebriated. I knew that. I'm getting emotional right here because it's still. I knew that I was inebriated, but I got into my car and I drove my car. And I drove my car from, if you think about your, like where the farthest distance is from you right now, that's how far I drove. I drove to my house, right? Before I got to my house, I was at a stoplight and I fell asleep at the stoplight. It seemed like a split second. It seemed like it just happened so fast. But I mean, when I say I fell asleep, I fell asleep. Like this is like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, but I fell asleep at the stoplight. I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I could have killed myself. I could have killed somebody, right? That sent me on a whirlwind. I was like, oh no, 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 no. We gonna figure out why do I drink? Why what is causing me to feel like I need this? And so after I got to the root cause, which was me trying to escape the disappointment, the rejection, me trying to escape all that. Like, oh, this going, they say you have liquid courage because when you drink, you be wanting to fight. You want to be telling, you want to tell everybody, oh, I don't like you. She gonna be there. Okay. He gonna be there. Okay. I'm gonna be at that. And then you drink and then it's like, yeah, it's about to go down. That was me. I just wanted to escape. But once I realized that, I haven't had a drink since. I mean, I have, but it wasn't like a drink. And then I was like, oh, why am I drinking? You ever just be like, why am I doing this? You don't do it, but it's like, why am I doing this? And so then I was like, I'm just not going to drink anymore. So I go to these different networking events and they're like, hey, I don't see you have a drink in your hand. And I was just like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start drinking Sprite with an olive, or they have mocktails is what they call them now. And so we're at this prestigious thing and they're like, I noticed you never have a drink. I said, I would eat their food, but I'm not going to drink. I'm going to drink with these people. I want y'all to give me y'all money. I don't want you to know I'll drink in the privacy of my own home. I don't drink, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to give me your money. That's what I want. I want you to see me. I want you to talk to me while you inebriated and all that, and you realize how good my business is. No, you good? That on the table in the living room? Either on the table or on my bed. Sorry, y'all. So I want y'all to give me y'all money, and I don't want y'all to see me like that. That's the thing I'm trying to say, right? Some people don't have that thing where it's like, I'm in a professional setting, so let me like turn it off. Let me just go ahead and be in a professional setting. Some people, some people be in there in real life be drunk, like drunk. And then you ever had when I was in college, there was a lot of people that used to be like, "Have you seen someone? Did you see so and so walk on the walk of shame?" And it never wanted to put it together. And I started seeing like, even when you go to these networking events, and then people be inebriated, and then sometimes they had a bad day, so they're just vomiting everything that they went through in a day, and they telling you all their business. And the next time they see you, the first thing that they say, this is the first thing that people be saying all the time. I don't know why, but they say, "I'm sorry, I was so intoxicated last night. Please forgive me for whatever I said to you or whatever I did to you." And it's just like, that doesn't make up for what you said or what you did. And when I understand, like, understanding me, it's like, I don't want anyone to have that feeling was like, yeah, Shell real fucked up or Shell did me bogus. And that's mainly because it's like, I don't put out that kind of energy. When I said light, love, and positivity, that's all I want. I want you to feel like while you're here right now watching it, I want you to feel like you are safe. I want you to feel like this is a safe space for you to talk about accepting yourself. I want you to feel like this is a safe space for you to be like, damn, is there something that I'm constantly doing that I don't need to do? Is there a decision that I need to make, but I keep putting off because I'm afraid of what the other person or what my family or what people around me are going to think? Like, I want you to be able to say, you know what? Fuck everybody and fuck everything. From this moment forth, I'm thinking about myself. What do I like? What do I want? What do I want to go? What do I want to be? What do I want? That's what I hope as you go away from this conversation. That's what I hope. Um, I talked about self care, right? I I don't just do this on YouTube, right? Whenever I be out and about, I be talking about self care, and I real life be talking about people need to heal. People need to real life heal. I was someone was telling me like, "Hey, did you know that this happened to this young lady?" And I was like, "No, I was real life like in real life hearing about all these situations where people are being unalived because people are cheating, or being unalived because they no longer want to be in a relationship, or they're being just unalived, period. And then there's kids being unalived. Like, all of this stuff for me is like, people need help. People need help. People need to know that they are loved. People need to know that we are listening. I wanted to have nurturing conversations because I want people to know that there is a place where you can come and you could talk. Create a fake account and come in here and talk. Do whatever you need to do, but you need to talk. More people need to talk to each other. You got a homeboy that's over here. He don't want to be with this woman, but he want to be with that woman. But he can't tell her because she do everything. She held him down while he was in jail. Or we all know somebody like that. We all know a girl that should not be with the person that she with, and we keep telling her that all the time. But in her mind, she like, but he take care of me. You're not gonna come and let me sleep on your couch. You're not gonna come and take me and my kids in. Like, we gotta provide resources. We gotta give people the opportunity to speak. Give people the opportunity to express their emotions. Say, hey, I'm not having a good day right now. And that's where I feel like for me, I had the benefit of growing up in a family that talked. And I know you probably like, every family talk. No, I grew up in a family where they communicated. They asked you questions, and not that they expected answers, but they asked you questions, and they opened up dialogue where you can talk back and forth. My grandmother, we would go to her house, and for Sunday's dinner, everybody sitting around, and she would say, "How was your day?" As an adult right now, like, that is something that was so important to me. I couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to go to Granny house because you already knew you was gonna get some good food. And then she was going to ask you how your day was. When was the last time somebody asked you how was your day? Did you eat? Are you hungry? You probably in a relationship, you probably in a marriage, you probably in a situationship. When was the last time that person asked you that? Like if we start really thinking about life, like when was the last time we even called our parents? Nah, my mom is here. Y'all see I got a bonnet on. That's because my mom just retwisted my hair. I don't know if I was more excited or she was more excited. My mother hasn't done my hair since I was 17. She just literally sat and retwisted my whole hair. Too excited to do it. I was too excited for her to do it too. Um, but when was the last time you checked on your mother, your sister, your brother, your auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa? When was the last time you did that? But let them say, okay, we're going to go into another lockdown. And it's like, oh, I really want to call her. I really want to see them. I really want. Why we got to wait till something like death happen? You ever notice, like, when there's a death in the family, like, everybody is there at the funeral and it's all lovey dovey. And then you go to the wake, it's all lovey dovey. And then y'all don't really talk. Y'all might talk a little bit after it. And then it's like nobody talking anymore until the next wedding or funeral. Like, I began to think to myself, like, I've always been the type where I want to know how everybody's doing, not just my family. If you have my number or if you send me an email on my email address that's in my description box, I'm going to send you an email. I'll send you an email to see how you're doing. When I stopped um recording earlier this year for 3 months, I didn't upload, I didn't record, I didn't even sit in front of the camera, I didn't do none of that, right? Y'all kept me lifted. You watching this, maybe not you per se, but you know who you are, kept me lifted by sending me email messages, or some people even DM'd me on other platforms, and you kept me lifted. And that's the thing where I will forever do YouTube, even though I didn't do it for 3 months, but that was part of me healing me, you know? That was part of me shutting up and healing. Shutting up and it's like, you know what? That shit hurted. That relationship you was in, that was like the love of your life. That was like everything. That shit hurted. Like if people take the time to say, that shit hurts. Once you say that shit hurts, then your mind starts to say, why did it hurt? What made it hurt? Who made it hurt? How could you have not been hurt? You have to ask yourself all these different questions. And for me, I can admit, like when I was younger, I wasn't thinking about answering those fucking questions. You probably young right now. Like I ain't trying to think about that. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm trying to lay up because it's about to get cold. It's cuffing season. I'm trying to lay up, and that's it. But I want to encourage you, right? We are currently surviving a global fucking pandemic, right? That monkeypox, Ebola's a high STD rates. There's this new RSV virus. There's so much shit out here. I want to encourage you to think about yourself and love yourself. When I say fucking love yourself, I mean your faults, your fears, and failures, but I mean all of your hopes, dreams, desires, everything you fucking had in your life that you ever wanted to fucking do. Look at that right now. Just pull it out of your head, pull out your vision board, pull out your notebook, your journal, your diary, because we all have something where we wrote down what we want to do, right? Pull it out and revisit that. Think about this, right? 2 fucking years ago, when all of this shit really kicked off, the fear that was in you, the fear like, oh, I can't go outside, I can't do this, I'm not able to do that. And while we're not where we were 2 years ago, we are still in the midst of it, right? You should want to be happy. You should want to be in a place where every day you wake up, you can just smile because you know that you have completed everything that you ever wanted to do. And I'm smiling hard as hell because I really have completed pretty much everything. I have to go to Italy, St. Lucia, London, and then do a whole, United States thing. That's all I have left to do. Everything else I've already done. I'll be doing a Christmas album next week. I'm back to making music. I'm back to singing, and mm, it's from a pure place. It's from a pure place. When I um accepted that no, my voice does not sound like Beyonce. Let me tell y'all who I used to say I sounded like for all of my life. I love this lady. But I used to call myself the Mary J. Blige of soul. I know, I know. That's what I used to call myself. The Mary J. Blige of soul. I love Mary J. Blige. If you think about Mary J. Blige, she sing with pain. Like there's pain in her voice. There's like experience in her voice, and that's what I felt like for me. Like even when I write songs, I write from a perspective of pain. Um, and so now that I'm writing, and I'm writing from a perspective of healing, it's so freeing for me. I still got some pain in there, and I can still talk about some pain, but I'm writing from a perspective of healing. Even when I start thinking about, um, I do every Tuesday, I do songs you should know, right? So I said to myself, I'm not gonna like encourage you to check out songs that encourages like violence or anything like that. I'm going to start sharing more songs that encourages you, that inspires, that uplifts, that talks about love, that talks about understanding self or respecting self. I'm going to share more songs like that because if I'm going to be light, love, and positivity, I got to do this all the way. So I'm gonna do that here on this channel. And on my music channel, I'm gonna share like review all the songs that I share with you earlier. I'm gonna review all of those songs on my music channel. And then on my ASMR channel, I'm just gonna send some tingling vibrations to your ears. I'm gonna diversify my offerings. This channel right here is going to be light, love, and positivity. That's it. My vlogs, I got new series coming up. Um talking about accepting yourself. I have a new series coming up where I just accepted the fact that um I am a singer songwriter. I am whew, it's something about I am affirmations or I shall. It's like I shall do a Christmas album in a week. I shall um rest and restore. I shall. I don't know. These things make me happy, not just because my name is I shall, but it just makes me happy to say it. Like, I am successful. I am smart. I am loved. I am strong. Like every day. Like, I was just sitting here, like, okay, I've been drinking perseverance for a week. What am I going to do next? I don't know. But I know it's gonna be good because I feel it. I know when I wake up in the morning to get ready to make the juice, it's gonna come to me what it is. It's just like with these topics. It's like I could give y'all a topic at the beginning of the week, but I just sit with. I got a whole list of topics that I could talk about, and I just sit and then I sit down and I look at them, and whichever one just stands out to me or the one I feel like when I went to go and get my crystals, right? Um, I go in there, and the first thing the lady says, she's like, let me introduce you to the space. You walk around, and then as you're walking around, she said, did any crystals stick out to you? And then I showed her the crystals that stick out to me, and she was like, these are the crystals that you need, that your body or that your aura is being drawn to. And I was like, oh, that's dope. And then when I understood what each crystal did, it was like, makes so much sense. I wanted to for so long. Like I turned my own voice off because I felt like it didn't matter. Nobody listened. Nobody was going to listen. It wasn't important. It didn't sound like all these different things in our head, right? All of these different things in your head. You don't look like this person. You don't dress like this person. You don't got money like this person. You don't all of these different things. Comparison is that would be the end all the be all. Don't even do that. But the more I start to think about myself, it's like I want to do public speaking. How do you do public speaking? You have to fucking talk. I wasn't comfortable with talking. I always said I'm gonna be in the background. I'm gonna be the person in the back where you're not even gonna see me, but you're gonna know like I'm back there. Then I started that hunger. It was a hunger to be a speaker. The hunger like got me out of my comfort zone. And then I started back doing YouTube. I actually talked to a young lady. She asked me, give her some tips about doing a YouTube. And the first one, well, one of the first ones was be authentic. Be authentic. And as I began to think about my channel, it's like I am authentic. I am my most authentic self. What you see right here on this YouTube is exactly who I am in real life. When these lights and these cameras go off, I am the same person. I don't put on, it's a no for me because I want you to know me. I want y'all to know me. I literally told y'all from 0 to 42 because I want you to know me. So when I write my books or when I when I write my books and when I go to these different speaking engagements, you will know like, damn, I saw her. I saw her when she was afraid to speak. Or when I release my Christmas album or release these other singles that I have coming out, you'll be like, damn, I remember when she was afraid to sing. And then I remember 3-4 years ago when she started Saturday Night Vibes. You will remember that. You will be a part of the journey. And not only will you be a part of the journey, you will have seen me at my worst and you will also see me at my best. In my life, I said, I wish more people showed me that. When you grow up in church, this is no knock to anybody's church. I got to say that disclaimer. When you grow up in church, they're like, oh, you should get married. All they talk about is get married, get married, get married. They don't talk about love. They don't talk about commitment. They don't talk about compromise. They don't talk about all the shit that goes with getting married. They don't talk about that shit. They just say get married. No sex before marriage and get married. They don't break down the foundationals of like marriage. And then when you get married, it's like, oh, go see a married counselor. But it's like, no, we should be like, you want us to get married. You should train us on different things, right? I think that more people should talk about marriage. I think more Black people especially should talk about marriage. Marriage isn't like just, oh, we're going to go party every day. We're going to hang out. We're going to go to nice restaurants. There's like days you wake up. It's like, did you pay the bill? No, I thought you was going to pay the bill. So now the bill late. Now it's like, I'm not having a good day. You're not having a good day. Like there's so many different things that come with not even just marriage, just relationships, period. I be telling people all the time, depending on the household in which you grew up in, you could literally see like, just take a moment. Think about the environment in which you grew up in and then think about the shit that happens in your relationship. Whether you want to believe it or not. Sometimes the environment in which you grew up in makes it to your relationships, whatever it is, church or religion, employment, relationships. If you are a parent who didn't have a great parent experience with your parents, you probably don't have a great one with your child, or you do have one, or you think. A lot of parents think that they have a great relationship with their child, and then things happen to their child, and they're like, I never knew that. That's because you feel like you know your child. I've been telling people for the last 2 years, it is important that parents be so transparent with your child. Now, I'm not trying to tell you to like go smoke or drink with your child, but I'm trying to tell you to be transparent with your child because I don't know if you noticed or not, but everyone has a phone. Everyone, little kids, big kids, old people, everybody has a phone. And the things that you are able to access on the phone right now, I'm sure you don't want your child to experience that or understand these things from someone else. I would know that you want to be the first person to tell those things or the first person that they hear tell them those things. This is why I say if you're a parent, you should always tell your child that you love them. Hug them, tell them that you love them. Well, my mom and daddy didn't do that to me. Start something new. I be hugging people. I send them texts. I send them DMs. I send everything. Because you know why? I just be thinking about myself. They say, In church, they say, do unto others as you will have them do unto you. So when I think about me, I want people to text me. Let me tell you the craziest things that has been happening to me, right? I was the person that was always calling and texting and like dropping by and doing all of that for people, right? So it's weird. It's weird. It's still a little weird. I'm kind of getting out of the weirdness of it, but it's still a little weird when people call me. Like they call me, like I'm like hello. They're like, hey Shell, how you doing? Or hey Shell, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good. Is everything okay? And it's like, yeah, I'm just calling to see how you doing and to make sure you know you good. And I was just like, I'm sorry, it's so weird because people didn't do that for me. People wasn't calling me to see. People wasn't texting me. They wasn't doing that. I was the one doing it for them. And they say like you should stop doing something and see if people still be rocking. Like I stopped calling and texting, and then people who really like cared that I was calling and texting, it was like, girl, where you been at? What's been going on with you? Like since I had the surgery, like everybody, like real life has been like some of the most amazing people. Even some of you who are watching right now have been some really amazing people. And like I said, y'all kept me lifted. Like it seemed like I was literally, well, I was literally dying, but that's a that's a whole nother thing. But it seemed like a part of me was dying when in reality I wasn't dying. I was being reborn. Oh, um, oh, um. You try to skirt past something when it like the reality of it hits you. But I was, whew, I wasn't dying. I was being reborn. I was given the opportunity to start fresh. I love these podcast episodes, right? Because I be talking to y'all, right? I be sharing stuff, and then like the reality of stuff be happening to me. Y'all notice I didn't even cuss right there. The reality of stuff dawns on me, and it's just like I wasn't dying. So I'll say this to you: you might feel like you're dying, right? But the reality of it is that you're being given that second chance that you're praying, that you're asking for. Maybe you didn't do right by your kids. Maybe you have the opportunity to do right by your grandkids. Maybe you are a father or you're a mother and you didn't do right by your kids, and now your kids are like, hey, I love you, I want to build a relationship. Take that opportunity, take advantage of that. I literally said, if I had to have another surgery, I am going to go out on my own terms. I don't know if you've ever had a surgery or have ever had to even think about surgery. Like, who it does a number on you. I'm gonna tell you that it does a number on you. Even after you've had it, even after, ouch, even after you had it. It's been 9 months since I had it. It still does a number. I can honestly say I have not I processed the surgery, but I have not processed the other things that happened with the surgery. I'm slowly getting there, y'all. I'm slowly getting there. But I said I'm going to do everything. In those 3 months that I sat and did nothing, I really did stuff, but I wasn't like on the camera. I began to like learn me, like my likes and dislikes, and why I tolerated shit that I kept saying. You know, you'd be like, I wish a motherfucker would. Why I tolerate shit that I said I wish a motherfucker would. And then it was just like love and understanding. And it was like, why do I love and understand on that level? You ever ask God to let you be like mean? Like I want to be like those people that could just snap out on people and don't care that they just snapped out, like cuss you out and don't even care that they just cuss you out. I wanted to be one of those people. I literally begged and pleaded for God to make me one of those people. I did. I want to be. I wanted to. You ever see somebody that just snap off on somebody? They seem like they just the words, the curse words, the everything just flows from them. I wanted to do that, and then I was like, why did I have to be the opposite of that? Like, why do I have to love in spite of? I told somebody. I said someone can stab me in my left lung, and if you need my right lung, I will give it to you. I would do that. Like that's where I am. Like people do so much fucked up shit and then I would still love them in spite of. Not because like in my mind it's just like, yeah, whoo, I'm gonna keep loving you. But in my heart it's just like there's this thing called I understand. Like people ask me all the time, they're like, I'm trying not to poke myself in the eye. People ask me all the time, it's like, why do you give to those people that's sitting outside with the signs or they're begging outside of the gas station? I said, because I was one of them. What? I never known you to be like that. I said, you probably never know me to look like that, but I was one of them. I was homeless. I did need a place to sleep. I didn't know what I was going to eat. I didn't know any of that. And so when I look at them, I don't see that. I see myself. I see, you know what? If I was in this situation, I would want somebody to have the human decency to say here and not say here. If you go buy alcohol with it, I hope that your stomach turn. I hope that you cough up a lung. No, 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 no. Just here. Do you need a blanket? I never, I did so much stuff. I never was like, look at me, y'all. Look at what I'm doing. And this is no knock. Actually, it probably is a knock. I'm not even going to say it. This is no knock to anyone who have done it out of the kindness of your heart. I'll say that. This is no knock to you. But those of you who are like putting a camera in these people's face, like, oh, look what I'm doing, y'all. You don't have to do that. If it's really genuine and pure, just do it. We'll know about it. Just do it, like Nike. Just do it. It bothers me to see like people be put on display so other people like I don't do YouTube for vanity. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for nothing other than I express like I just want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to be able to talk to anybody anywhere at any time and have people talk to me and feel comfortable expressing what's going on with them. I see somebody upset. I'm not gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" No, I'm gonna say, "How was your day?" Usually, that's how. All you have to do is say, "How was your day?" You want to know what's wrong with somebody? And say, "Is everything okay? How was your day?" They gonna tell you. They gonna let you know what's going on. Especially if they feel comfortable with you, they will tell you. Some people, I ain't telling them shit because it's gonna be all over everywhere. I'm I'm at the place in my life where I just want people to be happy. I feel like we survived a global fucking pandemic. We have no other options. I mean, there are options, but why would you choose those options? You survived. You survived your life. You're surviving shit that you probably never even uttered a word about. You survived it. Now it's time to heal, learn, love, let it go. Heal, love, learn, let it go. That's a part of my new song, if y'all wondering. Heal, heal from all the shit that you experienced in your life from now all the way back in, all the way back there. The disappointments that your parents, your sister, brother, cousin, auntie, uncle, all the disappointments, the heartaches, the heartbreaks, let that shit go. Heal it. Sit down. Just take a day. I'm going to say take a day. Some of you might need to take more than a day. Take the rest of your life, hell. Let that shit go. Your first boyfriend, your first girlfriend, they treated you like this or not ever since you. No, let that shit go. Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to be whole? Don't you want to see the beauty in growing old? I just quoted India.Arie right there. But don't you want to see that? I real life could not have imagined myself being 42. And now when I think about myself being 42, I've overcome I've overcome shit that I've seen take people on roads that they never come back from. I experienced shit. Hmm. And I will forever be grateful. I will forever have a safe space for anybody that is dealing with any kind of anything because I had people that did that for me. I'm not 42 because of anything that I've done on my own. That's number one. I know that much. I did not make it through this fucking pandemic by anything that I've done on my own. I know that much. I am so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to my community. I'm just grateful. I can't like mm, I'm grateful for accepting myself. I'm grateful for acknowledging acknowledging that I needed to accept myself. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the time and space to say, you know what, I need to shut up and heal. I don't want to keep walking through life blaming everyone else for the reason why I am. I just want to shut up and heal. I don't want to be a hurt person hurting other people. I just want to heal. The only way I can heal is I accept the shit that happened. No, we can't change it. I'm not telling you to be like, yeah, this happened to me. No, I'm telling you to accept the fact that you are disappointed. And here's why I want you to do that. I want you to accept disappointment. I want you to accept hurt. I want you to accept all of those things because as long as you are alive, you will experience them on a regular basis. I used this analogy one time because, you be trying to get people to understand. And I was like, you know what? I've never been a fighting type because this is what I'm too pretty. That's number one. And I just don't, it's not me. I'm not rah rah. Now I can get down with the best of them, but that's not me. I'm more for let's talk it out. But I said, if you get into a fight with somebody and they call you a bitch, or let's say they call your mama a bitch, right? So now you fighting because they called your mama a bitch. Y'all both out of breath, tussling, rolling, and y'all getting up and they call your mama a bitch again. You gonna fight again? Like you tired. Y'all just did all that because for me it's like once you understand, once you've been hurt, it's like okay, I understand hurt. Let me give myself time to grieve. Grieve. No, that person didn't die, but you have to grieve that situation. You have to allow those emotions, those feelings to process through your entire body because if you don't, you will get in another relationship and now you're in a relationship making this person pay for the sins of that person. And now this person is trying to tell you like, hey, that's not me. You're not mad at me. You're not, that's not me. And because you are so hurt, you're hurt. You can't see that. For me, it's like if you accept anger, you understand the things that make you angry, you won't be flying off the handle all the time. You won't. You'll just be like, oh, that shit don't mean nothing. You just do one of these numbers. I when I had when they offered me the opportunity, honestly, the opportunity was offered to me 7 years ago, and I, did what I needed to do. I had to turn it down because of situations, and so spun the block, and they was like, I was trying to get you on the board for seven. I was trying to get you, and I was like, I'm ready. I'm free. I'm clear. I'm good. Before I wouldn't have been like, oh no, I wouldn't have really said nothing. I would just laugh like, now I was talking my shit like, yeah, I'm ready. No one can do this better than I can. No one. If you are the best at what you do, claim that shit. I know a lot of times people be like, oh, you need to be humble. You need to. No, fuck being humble. We've been humble for too long. That's why we are sitting in the spaces that we are sitting in right now. Fuck being humble. I'm going to do you one better. Go look up the definition of humble. Go look it up. I could tell you, but I want you to go look it up. That's the homework for today. Go look up the definition of being humble. How many people out here do you hear? What's the one? Who do you hear telling you to be humble all the time? Think about who you hear tell you to be humble all the time. Fuck being humble. If you are good at whatever you do, maybe you're the best at making fucking YouTubes, mukbangs, whatever the fuck it is. Stand on that shit. It's 2022. Ain't no flaky, no none of that. Stand on that shit. Accept, walk in whoever or whatever it is you are. Accept it and walk in it. And get the fuck out of your comfort zone. You been there. You probably with the person you with because you was with them for a long time. Oh, we high school sweethearts, so we is this, and it's like, yeah, that was cool, but then life start really kicking. Life, because life happens. If you be with somebody for a long time, life gonna happen. You probably, they say it's like puppy loves and it's like honeymoon and it's like life fucking really happens. You don't like they leave their shoes or they leave their clothes or they don't know how to put the toilet seat down or they leave empty car, like all of those shits. Like nobody talked to you. Like you didn't see nobody like really stick shit out. Cause a lot of times we didn't see people stick shit out. We didn't. Somebody asked me, they said, have you always wanted to be married? I said, anybody who knew me knew how I felt about marriage. But the fact that I actually got married, the fact that I actually went through with it, I was serious about that. Not just because it was a ring and a piece of paper, because when I commit to something, I'm committed. I'm committed to you two. I'm here. I'm here. I support, I do all of that. Even when people do fucked up shit, I still love and support. Especially when I understand and know the person or know the individual, like I still support. Not as much as I used to because I'm getting older now. And it's just like, listen, if I've been rocking with you for so long and then all of a sudden you wake up and be sorry, oh, well, just, hey, I'm not fighting for shit else. That's what I said to myself. I'm not fighting for shit else. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever is. I'm going to go after what I want. And if it don't work or if it fail, I'm not going to cry. I'm going to be good because I know I gave my best. I did my best. And my best is subpar. So even in doing my best, I'm good. Whew, your girl is back. I am though. I I realize that I allow life to like suppress me. Hi, lovely. I allow life to suppress me and who I am and the power that I have within me. Everybody is born with a power, a superpower. Everybody is born with the power. We just have to find it. Sometimes life beat us down so much and then we just like, oh, I'm just trying to stay alive. I'm just trying to get this money so I can pay my bills. Like is that for me? Mm-mm. I just want to be happy. And every day I wake up, I'm happy. I real life, I be so happy. I don't even go nowhere sometimes or do nothing. Just waking up happy. Coming here, sitting here, getting ready to hello, beautiful people. You probably seen my video today and it has like I have on a black shirt and my hair done, right? That was the most excited, like that was the most purest hello, beautiful people. That was I love that one. So I'm gonna keep it. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it, but I'm gonna keep it. And I do that literally every day. Like someone heard me, I was playing Call of Duty Mobile. I do play Call of Duty. If you play Call of Duty, you should let me know because I play late nights. Anyways, I was playing Call of Duty with someone they were online and they heard me do my outro. Like they wasn't following, they weren't, let me tell you, they weren't following me on, they wasn't following me on YouTube, but let me tell you what happened. So they heard me and they heard my outro and they was like, that is some of the most positive shit I've ever heard. And I was like, I don't know if you noticed, but I introduce you to positivity at the beginning of the video and I make sure that as you are departing from me, you have positivity. So there's 17 different ways that I am positive in my videos. I don't know if y'all pay attention to that, but I am real strategic when I do that because they say it takes 17 positive things to counteract one negative thing. So if you watch my videos, there's your 17 things. I mean, it's not gonna like, it could, let me say, it will definitely change the course of your day. definitely going to change the course of your day. But yeah, I just want to I want to give people space and opportunity to be happy, to be free. I feel like if more people were happy or free or had a community of people where they can just go and just talk about what's going on and not worry about being judged. And I'm going to say this, right? A lot of times people are so consumed with being judged because that's what they experienced their entire life. So you can't fault them for that. I know people be like, well, that has nothing to do with me. I will be the first to say that has nothing to do with me. But the reality of it is we have to unlearn to learn or learn to unlearn. A lot of the shit that we grew up with, a lot of shit that our parents and people, older people taught us, that was from what they knew. But when you know better, and that's what to say, when you know better, you do better. Somewhere along the line, you should have learned better. So you can't rely on the fact like, oh well, I know that, but I just didn't know. No, once you know, you got to start doing. This is why I say, when people say hurt people. If you know that you are hurt, shut up and heal. That relationship, it really tore me down. Well, don't hop into a new one. Go and heal. Go get your swagger back. Go get your swagger back, honey. Cause I mean, clearly, your girl got her swagger back. No, I just it's this is this feeling, accepting yourself, accepting that not you are not going to be everybody cup of tea. Let me tell you that if nobody ever people you around nobody ever tell you that you are not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I also want to encourage you to look at your community. Look at the people that you surround yourself with. Why are they there? Ask yourself that question. Why are they there? Are they there just because y'all grew up with each other when y'all was younger? Like, what do y'all have in common? What makes y'all compatible? You know, what makes you compatible? Like, is that just your friend because, oh, yeah, we grew up on the block together? That's my bro because, we grew up on the block together. When reality is like, you should have been cut your friend. You should have been cut them off. But that trauma that y'all experienced together is what keeps y'all friends. You know you don't really like them. You know you'd be irritated every time they call, but because you say that that's your friend, you keep them there. But when you start accepting yourself, when you start accepting like it's okay to be alone. I'm cool being alone. I'm a Cancer, so I'll be liking to be in the house anyways. But once you accept that it's okay to be alone, it's cool. If not everybody like me, it's cool because the one person. And let me clean my mirror. The one person you should want to love you. I know you probably like it's bigger than love. Love, I need more than love. My mirror is dirty, but don't even worry. That's who you should want to love you. Don't mind a dirty mirror. That's who you should want to love you. You. When you start loving yourself, there is nothing that you cannot do. Nothing. Nothing. People probably told you your whole life you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit, you never was shit. Anybody around you, listen. You are worth it. If people don't respect you or love you for being who you are, they don't need to be in your space. They don't need to. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve to be in your space. They don't deserve to talk to you. They don't deserve your time. They don't deserve you to pick up the phone. You like, how you gonna tell me what people deserve? Like I'm telling you they don't deserve. Think about it, right? If you've been around the same friend group and ain't nobody in the friend group trying to elevate, trying to be better, trying to go better, even if you're around your fucking family and nobody is trying to grow and be better, you gotta switch that up. Cause you ain't the moment you start climbing up a little bit, you're going to start hearing, oh, she thinks she better. He think he better. Who they think they is? The reality of it is we all should be encouraging each other to be better. I literally said, when the nail fairy, I have a whole video coming. the Nair Fairy, she's like, I want to do more YouTube. I want to do this. And I was like, okay, listen, you can come and be on my YouTube. We going to make a little thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and admit, I'm going to be honest right now and say, I did not know what the fuck I was doing when I said I was going to wear these for a week. Do y'all see the length of these? Do y'all see the pointiness of them? I done poked myself 6 times to be exact. One of them was in the video that I uploaded earlier. I literally had to inspect my hand because I literally thought it went right through. I felt it come on the other side of my hand. Anybody that wear nails this long and that can wear them on a regular basis, these are press-ons. I could take these off at any. I'm not, but I'm wearing them for a week. Congratulations to you. Kudos to you. I've been struggling and I've only had them on since about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I'm trying to open doors. I'm trying to type. I'm trying to do everything. I do like this because you see I be talking with my hands. But the reality of it is it takes a special kind of person to wear these kind of nails. A special kind. And you definitely have all of my love and support. One more thing I'm going to say and then I'm going to wrap it up. If you haven't talked to somebody in a long time and it's been on your heart and your mind to talk to them, call them, FaceTime them, email, smoke signals, do whatever it is that you need to do because you never know. You could be that time and space for that person. You could be the determining factor for that person. People don't just randomly drop on our hearts. Well, they do randomly drop on our hearts and mind. But if a person is on your heart and your mind, they are there for a reason. Reach out to them. Don't care about what they're going to say or how they're going to take it or what they're going to think. You never know. But I'm going to tell you this. There is a reason why they are on your heart and your mind. Reach out to them. Reach out to them. That's all I got. Again, I apologize for being late, technical difficulties. But when you're trying to be great, stuff gonna come all the time. I could have just been upset. That's why I say I could have been upset. Like, I know a time before I would have been upset. Like, man, I was supposed to go on at 7, but it didn't happen. And I'm just not going to do it today. I'll do it next week. No, I'm going to come. I'm going to let y'all know what was going on. And we're going to talk. Then we're going to move on to next week. That's what we're going to do. Right now, what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap it up. Remember that it is important for you. Y'all see, I got to be careful because I was getting ready to scratch my eye and was like, oh, no, I'm not, because I'm going to literally scratch my eye. Anyways, it is important for you to accept yourself, your faults, your fears, your failures, the things that, people say, oh, you ain't going to be shit because your daddy wasn't shit, mama wasn't shit, whatever right there, right? You don't have to take that. On the inside of you who you are and what you bring to life. Fuck a table, what you bring to life. Life. Be that. Be that. Remember, it's important for you to use your words. That is the only way that anyone will ever know what you are feeling and what you are thinking. I will never let a live video, vlog, short, or anything that I present to you go out without me telling you to love yourself. Love yourself. Yes, of course, your faults, your fears, and your failures. Know yourself. Trust yourself. And for the love of humanity, just be yourself. Why? Because you need you, I need you, the world needs you to be exactly who you were created to be. Exactly. Not who we want you to be, not who you think that we want you to be so that you can feel loved or liked. None of that. We need you to be you. If you are quirky, if you are nerdy, if you are gay, straight, tall, short, black, yellow, white, Jew, Hindu, whatever you are, we need you to be you and stand on that shit. All 2020 for the rest of your life. Stand on that shit. That's what I'm gonna stand on that shit. Heal, love, learn, grow. That's what we need to do. Don't forget to get to something bit me. Don't forget to get your toiletries, non-perishable food items disinfected. Set a little water, set a little money to the side if you are out here doing adult situations. The STD rates are at an all-time high. Wrap it up. Go get tested. Wrap it up. I understand. Trust me, I'm a grown-ass woman. I understand. I get it. Wrap it up. Go get tested. go get tested. I got a whole video coming for that because I realize like adults or like people don't go to the doctor, the dentist, the eye doctor. People don't be going to the doctor. No, we gotta change that. We gonna be around here for a long time. I know we got all these fucking things going around, but listen, we want to be around for a long time. You know. That's all I got. I love y'all. I truly, 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 truly love y'all. Let me say this one more time. I love y'all for that came over for my first virtual movie night. If you missed it, don't worry. I got another one coming up really soon in November. Thank y'all for coming over for Saturday Night Vibes. I'm revamping the whole channel. I got new things that I'm presenting. I got some things. Well, everything I'm doing is old, but I'm revamping it. I'm making it bigger or whatever. And then I'm moving it to my other channels that I have. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will forever, forever be grateful. And I wish you a wonderful evening. Having said that, thank y'all again. I love you. Later. Peace.